Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, has ordered all Assistant Inspector Generals of Police and Commissioners of Police across Nigeria to use force on peaceful protesters. This is reported by Sahara Reporters, and it is a very sad one. Recently, you know what happened in Lekki toll gate, the toll gate there, where the military came out, peaceful protesters, and shot and killed a lot of people. And right now, they are pretending they said, we don't know what happened, we are not sure. Whatever that is, right now, the Inspector General of Police said, we are using force. Now, in a statement by spokesperson of the police, Frank Mba, on Saturday, Adamu warned that the Nigerian police will not allow any form of protest in the country. We are talking of a situation where people have the right to protest. People have the right to come out to speak their mind. After all, you are there as an elected official, so why would you dictate to the people? We understand that certain groups of people, thugs, criminal, political miscreants, hijacked the struggle, they hijacked the protest. Of course, many of them confessed, they said, politicians paid us to disrupt this. And once that could not work, they made use of the military to scare off the people. When they realize that people are resilient and they are not afraid and they are ready to push, the next thing they did is for them to come up with this sham, judicial panel. And this judicial panel is not even, it's not transparent, as they are made to sign oath not to reveal any information until they relate that with the governor of Lagos State that has been saddled with the burden of covering up this shame. This is serious. This is terrible. Buhari, who is a military general, very lazy, some said he's not alive, that he's an impostor, cannot put in all the efforts to crush terrorism in the north, where he is from, core north, where he's from, a lot of kidnapping and banditry, where he's from. Yet, he is able to act like, oh, we need to push everything down in the south, we need to do this and that and that and that. Well, it is a terrible one. So, people have decided to be a bit quiet, hoping to listen to the outcome of the panel, but something is happening. They've started muscling on the people. They've started showing that they are dictators. How? I'll tell you. Very simple. What they are doing presently is freezing accounts and seizing travel passport, and also putting wanted. Once you try to travel out of Nigeria, you will be stopped at the airport. Anyone that is part of the NSAS, particularly people that they've targeted, people that got funds to support, to buy water, to buy snacks, for the people that are out there to pay for hospital bills, for the people that came out and got injured, they are targeting all of these people. And as people realize that even someone sitting on the panel, Odwala, the account of this person has been freezed also. And these people decide to walk away from the judicial panel. They said, look, we are not going to be part of this sham. This is just this fake. They just created this panel probably to kind of soften the protest and all of that. Like I told you initially, I said the people they paid to disrupt and attack peaceful protesters have now become thugs that they cannot handle. They've become thorns that they themselves cannot handle. Those are the people that went everywhere destroying and disrupting whatever it is. They've set a lot of things ablaze. So, like I said, the statement by Frank Mba on Saturday, he said that Adamu, the IGP, warned that Nigerian police would use force and they will not allow any form of protest in the country. This is a very terrible one. This is a very terrible one. This is serious. And, well, the IGP wrote a very lengthy one, and it is stamped. And it reads, this is stamped by the Inspector General of Police. Here it reads, Office of Inspector General of Police, Deputy Inspector General of Police, and it is copied to the Assistant Inspector General of Police, copied to the Assistant Inspector General of Police, copied to the Commissioner of Police everywhere in Nigeria, and also copied to the commandants. Order and directives enforcement of the provision of Cap 4, Section 3, Subsection 1 and 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, in responding riots and other violent internal and personal security threats. He said he writes to commend and thank all officers and men across the formations and commands of the Nigerian police force for the exceptional professionalism and self-restraint exhibited during the recent widespread violence that resulted from the NSAS protests nationwide. He said it's mutilating that in the face of the targeted violent attacks on your persons and families, as well as misguided attacks on other citizens and massive vandalism, and looting of public and private assets, including police facilities. You maintain a high level of professionalism, conducting and civility in the process of which many officers and men lost their lives, while several others were injured, and police stations and operational assets, including patrol vehicles, were either burnt or vandalized, all in the guise of the protest. While commiserating with the victims of the violence across all ranks and command, I wish to encourage you all to sustain your sense of professionalism in the performance of your duties, both in the face of current internal security threats and any such evolving threats. So they went on encouraging themselves and coming up with whatever it is. So they said, in so doing, I'm going to jump the other part. Your attention is hereby drawn to the provision of Cap 4, Section 33, Subsection 1 and 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, which touches on the circumstances upon which you, as police officers, are legitimately obligated to deploy lethal force in managing internal security threat. For purpose of clarity, while Section 33(1) provides for the right to life as one of the fundamental rights of citizens, Section 33(2) provides that a person shall not be regarded as having been deprived of his life in contravention of this section if he dies as a result of the use to such extent and in such circumstances as are permitted by law of such force as it is reasonably necessary. See how they made that look very, very ambiguous. A, for the defense of any person from unlawful violence or for the defense of property, so you can be killed. That's what they mean. For the defense of any person from unlawful violence or for the defense of property, in order to effect a lawful arrest or prevent the escape of a person lawfully detained, or for the purpose of suppression of a riot, and insurrection, or mutiny, meaning they can shoot. It is to be emphasized that henceforth, any form of attacks on police facilities and public and private assets, as well as any life-threatening assault on police personnel and citizens in the guise of any form of violent protest, must be firmly responded to within the dictates of these constitutional provisions. This is to be made a subject of general lecture, and all addresses are acknowledged receipt confirming compliance, please. And it's signed by IGP Mohammed A. Adamu, NPM, MNI, blah, 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 General Inspector General of Police. So people can be shot at, people can be killed for coming out to protest. That's just what it is. Now, I'm not encouraging anyone to go out to set things ablaze. We know who these people are. They are the political thugs that should be arrested, but people can come out to protest peacefully. That's it. They are not going to stifle anyone or try to kill anybody. No, cameras are going to be rolling. We are going to bring these things out. They are not going to end up freezing people's accounts, going after people, going to people's home and arresting them and locking them and claiming that they want to interrogate them or question them for one thing or the other. They are not going to begin to seize people's passports. That's what they've started. Soon, they'll begin to go house to house arresting people.